Good morning. It's Tuesday, the 2 days before Thanksgiving, and everything is kind of getting in full swing. Everybody's getting excited about Turkey Day and all that good stuff. So, yesterday was Makeup Free Monday, and I had a makeup free and hair free day. I just didn't wear any makeup whatsoever. I only had on moisturizer all day, and I had my hair just letting it do what it was gonna do. And that was the day yesterday. So today is a little bit different. Today I am gonna put on some makeup. It's not gonna be like a full face with full foundation because I typically don't wear foundation. If you haven't watched any of my videos before, I live in Florida where it's hot and humid all the time. Today it's very humid, it's cloudy. We're gonna get some rain later, so it's extremely humid today. So when you live in a hot, humid climate, liquid foundation tends to melt right off your face and run and get into your creases and look really terrible. So just kind of be aware of that. If you're ever down in Florida, just take that foundation, go, I think that liquid foundation can just stay home, and you'll be fine. I promise. All right, so today's look is going to be a little bit more basic, a little bit more, it's just going to be like, I'm going to present my face to the world, and it's going to be all right. All right, so let's get in it today. What I've done so far is I got up early, and for some reason, I just like woke up at 5 and was like, well, I'm done sleeping. And that comes from, I think, I run in the mornings. I typically get up on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:45, put on my running clothes, and I go for a run. And so today's Tuesday, and my body went, you know, even though we're not running today, we're done sleeping. So I put some clothes on. I really looked funny this morning because I basically grabbed whatever was on the top of my hamper and put it on and went for a walk. And it was a little 30-minute walk. It was lovely outside, beautiful. It was like 69 degrees. And so it was nice and comfortable. And I did that and then came home and I cooked a side dish for my husband's potluck tomorrow because, you know, he came home yesterday and went, you know, we're having a potluck Wednesday and I need to take something. So, you know, I cooked it. That's the way it goes sometimes. Oh, my puggy's going to come and join us. My hound dog's already in the back over there. Hey, Lucy. And my little puggy just came in. So if you hear snorting, that's my pug. Right on cue. And if you hear tap, 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 that's his toenails on the hardwood floor. So he'll get settled here in a minute. He may do a little barking on his little cushion over there. No, I think he's just going to settle in. At any rate, so I got up. I did a walk. I did a little bit of cooking this morning. I took my shower. I went ahead and blew my hair dry today, and I just did a blowout. It probably won't stay straight at all today because it's humid outside, and I don't like to put product in my hair. So, you know, sometimes that's just the way it goes. And what we're going to do today is like a basic everyday. I'm just going to polish myself up and make myself look a little presentable today. I have a little bit of shopping to do earlier. Not Christmas shopping, but like just some things that I forgot at the store yesterday. I may go to a movie later. So I want to present myself in the best light possible just to make me feel good. So we're going to start with my concealer. This is... I gotta make sure I have it the wrong way every time. There we are. L'Oreal True Match, and this is the fair color. I use 2 colors of concealer on my face. I use the light one. I go right down the bridge of my nose. I have a very wide nose bridge, and so highlighting the midline like that will make the bridge of my nose appear smaller. It won't be smaller. And you can see, here's like my actual bridge of my nose right there. So it's wide. I've learned to deal with it. I'll go right across my lip. That's just going to help me fill in those lip lines a little bit. And on the bottom of my lip, right, just a little bit right there. I'll put a little bit of light. Essentially what I'm doing is drawing the light to the center of my face. And I do a light underneath my eyes just to cover some dark patches that I have there. And make it look a little nicer. So that's the lightest concealer that I use. And then I'll go back with my L'Oreal True Match. And this is a medium color. I'm going to pull in really close so you can see. All right. And I'm going to go right along the bridge of my nose like this. And like this. And that's going to like shade that bridge of my nose so it'll look a little less wide. A little less. I have a scar over here. It's getting really, really light. It's starting to heal finally after 6 months. And if you don't know what that scar is about, I had a procedure done, and it was a heating procedure, and it burned from the inside out. And so there's a little burn scar there. But it's getting better. I think the things that I've been doing for it have been helping. I have a scar under here from the same procedure. I have a couple of little sunspots over here that I'm going to take care of with just a little bit of darker concealer. And then up here I have a sunspot that's just noticeable to me, but most people don't notice it. But I see it, so I'm going to conceal it. Alright, so those are the areas that I put my concealer on. Now, some people like to use a little sponge and dab their concealer in, and I've done it both ways. I like both ways are just as equally as fine with me. So I didn't bring a sponge in here today, so I'm simply going to use my fingers. My hands are clean, and the first place I'm going to go is right on my lip, and that's just going to get in there. I'm going to come in close so you can see. Get in those lip lines and underneath here as well. Now I can't see very well what I'm doing as far as blending when I do it in the computer, but I have a mirror over here. I can make sure I get everything done. There's my little scar right there. And I have a little blemish here. It's getting better. Alright, I'm going to come back a little bit because I need to be able to see. There's the bridge of my nose. I'm doing all the light parts first, right? Because you don't want to do the dark parts and then go into your light, because that will color your light spaces, I suppose. I'm going to come down a little bit. And this is just covering up or concealing some things that I don't like about my face. Most of my face I'm pretty happy about, but there's some things, you know, like some saggy baggy lines and some dark colorations that I'm not real crazy about. So I just kind of work with them. And I'm not really crazy, you know, because I just feel like at this point in my life I'm working with what I have, and what I have is not going to get better. It's, you know, it's probably going to look worse as I get older. That's not very encouraging, is it? Oh well. We're just going to work with what we have and do the best we can. And to make myself look a little more polished. And I think I'm blended in. I'm just looking in my mirror over here. I think I'm blended in pretty well. Let me go on that top lip a little bit more right there. Alright, I think we're looking good. Alright, so now you can see there's all my concealer on. I'm going to come in close so you can see that I've blended it all in. It's all blended. It's fine. It's not crazy. It's not cakey. There we go. Oh, I forgot to mention, I had put on some primer before I came in here and let that set on my face for a while, so it was good and set. And that causes when you put primer on, it causes the texture of your face to smooth out, and so your makeup will go on nicer. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my eyebrows. And I like to put on my eyebrows every day except for Monday, because it's Makeup Free Monday. And I just think, especially now, you can see right here in my hair, right there, look at all that snow coming in there. I've been debating about not coloring my hair again. Blonde is not my natural color. My natural color is more like a brownish. But I used to color it that color, and the upkeep was just so high because of my gray that's coming in. And so I went to blonde, and now I'm kind of like, you know, I don't know what I want to do. I waffle back and forth every time it's time for me to color of, do I want to color it? Do I not want to color it? I don't know. And the color is kind of nice. I mean, it's not an ugly, you know, I don't know. I think what I might do is I'm going to let it go a little while longer and just see how I'm feeling. And then I may end up coloring it again. Who knows? But, you know, the point is I have gray hair. And what you see right here is pretty indicative of how it is all over. So I'm still trying to wrestle with that to color or not to color business. And I've been coloring my hair for such a long time, and I just kind of am tired of it. So I think I might, like I say, I waffle back and forth. I think I might just let it go and see what happens, you know. At any rate, when you have white hair, or you have blonde hair, or you have, or as you get older, your eyebrows tend to fade out. And mine have. I mean, you can still see they're there, right? But they are clearly not brown like they used to be. And because my hair is white and my hair is blonde colored, I want to make sure that, number one, I don't do a brow powder that's too dark, because if you go too dark and too stark, then it actually makes you look older. We don't want to look older. That's not the plan. So I choose a lighter brown color. So this is by NYX. Here it is. There's NYX, and they give you these two colors. This is like a little Vaseline thing that you're supposed to prep your eyebrows with. I don't use that because I live in Florida and it will melt off, and my eyebrows will actually melt down and it looks terrible. Trust me, I've done it before. Then they give you two colors. They give you a darker color and a lighter color. They tell you to use this color and like draw where you want your eyebrows to be, and then to use the light color to fill them in. And I've done it that way before, but what I found is that the dark color just does not blend into that light very well, so you end up looking a little bit cartoonish, which again, not a cute look. So I'm going to just use, I'm just going to use the lighter of the two colors, and I'm going to put my eyebrows on. Now, the trick with eyebrows, there's a couple of ways that you can do it so that you're quote unquote symmetrical. One is you can draw a line that goes from here to here and then here to here, and then you will be symmetrical. But then you have those lines and you have to take them off, and to me it's a pain in the butt. So I don't like that way. Another way that you can do, that I'll show you right now, is to take a makeup brush. I just dropped that one, so I'll use this one, and go like this. Now here's the thing. Here is the bridge of my nose. My eyebrows do not start down here. They don't start right here. They start right there. So what I want to do is put this brush where they start, which is right there. So they start just, now if I go like that, obviously it's different, but they start just above this makeup brush. And so I'm actually going to put like a little bit just right there. Right? This is just to place them, essentially, so that they're symmetrical. And you got to make sure you hold your head straight, otherwise you're going to end up with cuckoo looking eyebrows. There we go. And I'm just putting a little bit. That's just kind of like the beginning. I'm not going anywhere with my eyebrows looking like that. I want to put a bit of an arch in it, and you can see my natural arch goes right up like that. So I'm going to fill those in just like that, right? Going to go a little bit like this. This is going to get filled in here. I'm going to fill a little bit. I'm going to make them a little bit more full on that side. And I didn't like the way that was looking. It was looking not blended, so blending is very important. If you watch my other videos, I talk about blending a lot because I see a lot of women with unblended makeup on and it looks terrible. So we have to blend, loves. It's just one of those things. So now my arch goes this way. And I just use my natural arch. I'm not doing anything different than what I was given. In other words, I'm not making this business. I'm not going really severe. I'm not going, I'm just using what I got. So this is the hair that I have on my face. And there's something going on right here. I think I got into one of my creases. Yeah, that's what happened. So I'm going to have to take care of that really quick. And I'm just smudging that out of there. Alright. I may have to do a little bit of extra work there, but that's okay. I'm just getting these filled in. And now I have symmetrical eyebrows. So if you look, they start in the same place there, they start in the same place there, and my arches are the same all the way across. And those are my eyebrows. I'm going to come in close so you can see. And that's how I do my eyebrows. It's not so dark a color that it's such a big contrast. Now, to me, right now in the computer, I'm looking at it going, wow, they look a little bit dark. But I'm okay because I know that in a little bit I'm going to put some face powder on and I'm going to put it all over everything, and it's going to mute this color just a little bit and be just exactly what I want it to be. All right, so the colors I've chosen for my eyeshadow today are these. These are the Color Molten by Maybelline, and it's a pretty purple and a light pink, and you can see I've used this quite a bit. And I'm going to use the light pink, this pink right here, as a base color that goes from my lash line to my brows. And then I'm going to use the darker color as sort of, so here's my eye, right? This is my right eye, and it droops down a little bit further than my left eye. You see what I'm saying? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that darker color kind of up above that crease, right? Right up like that. And I'm going to highlight that area and blend it in. It'll be really pretty. It'll be nice. At the moment though, I need to bend down and pick up the brush I dropped because that's the one I need to use. So I'm going to pause for just a second. All right, so I had to bend down and get the brush I need. So this is the brush I'm going to use for this base color right here. And I'm going to load my brush up. Now this color is really nice, this little pot of color, because it has just enough, it's powdery, but it's not so powdery that it flakes off really badly. And so it kind of sticks to your eye area better, your eyelids. And I really like that. I can appreciate that. Being in Florida, that, you know, sometimes your makeup just does not stay on. It just plain and simply doesn't stay on because it's so hot and humid here. And it melts off. And remember, you're getting hot from the outside, but you're also, your body heat is 98 degrees. So you're heating it from both sides of the spectrum. And it's just a struggle sometimes to keep your makeup on in Florida. But there's things you can do, like putting a setting powder on it. I've used a setting spray before, and I didn't care for it because I felt like, first of all, it felt very plasticky to me and sticky, and I felt like it was too, it felt like a mask almost, like shh. And I was super shiny, which I have trouble with shine anyway, so that just did not work for me. And I'm just going to make sure I got this all on here, all nice. And what I'm doing is what I call blocking on the color. So I'm basically putting it from the pot and onto my eyelid, but we are not finished yet, not by a long stretch. Because whenever you put on makeup, you have to blend it. And I'm going to talk more about that in just a second. All right, so now I've got that base color on. Now I'm just going to block on this purple color onto my eyelids. I'm going to turn to the side so I can see a little bit better. And I'm going just above my crease. So here's the crease of my eye, and I'm going just above like so. And I'm just blocking that on. And I'm going to do the same on the other side, obviously. I'm getting a little in my crease too, which is fine. It will just make me look a little bit, you know, I don't know. It'll just be looking different. Alright, so I think I need just a little bit more on this outside over here. The light is so weird in here today because it's so dark outside. So now I have that color blocked on. Now, what we want to do, after you put the color on, you want to blend your eyeshadow, because if you blend it, it's going to look a little less, it's going to look more subtle, and it will just look better. So here we are blocked on. My phone is beeping and buzzing over there, my apologies. And so I'm going to start with the light color that I did first, and I'm just blending it a little bit. Because really what you want to do is you want to blend from the line between the dark color and the light color. And that will just make it look a little more subtle, not quite so dramatic. You won't look like you're trying to be Hollywood on a day when you're going to the grocery store. You know, I guess if that's the way you want to look, that's fine. But it's not something that fits my lifestyle and my personality, I guess. So I'm just blending this in. And my rule of thumb is blend until you think you've blended enough, and then blend some more. If you've watched my other videos, I say that a lot too. And that's alright. So you want to make sure it's just nice and blended. And I'm looking in the mirror over there so I can see that I think I have it about where I want it. Alright, so now I'm going to come in close so you can see the colors are blended, and so it's a little more subtle in that color change. But it's still enough to, you know, make your eyes pop. Alright, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some blush. And the blush I've chosen for today is L'Oreal True Match. And it is called... what is this called? I forget it every time. Oh, this is the one that's called Innocent Flush. And I just think it's funny because, I don't know why that makes me giggle. But this is the color. It's a nice peachy pink color. And so I'm going to put that on my brush and tap it out. And just apply it to my cheeks. And it's a very subtle color, which I like. It's not too crazy. You know, when you have a darker eyeshadow on, you really want to make sure that your blush is, this is my opinion, your blush is a shade lighter, I guess, or a tone, I guess, because you don't want to end up looking clownish. Clown makeup is for clowns, and I don't even like clowns. But clown makeup is, you know, for clowns. Regular daytime makeup is for regular people. I guess I'm a regular person. Maybe I'm not. Alright, again, to me that right now this looks like seriously bright, but I'm okay because I know my next step is to put on my face powder, which is going to go on everything that I've already done. And the color I have is a True Match color. It's a powder, obviously, and it's that color right there. It's called Shell Beige, and I like it because it's a little bit more... it's a little darker than my natural skin tone. So my natural skin tone is pretty light because I don't tan my face. I wear sun protection, just like everybody should. And so I want to warm my face up a little bit with my face powder because I don't want to, like right now, I look washed out. And you can see in the computer lighting, it's quite white. So I'm going to put on my face powder, and I'm going to look in the mirror over here while I do it just so I make sure I get it blended nicely. Because, you know, when you're putting your face powder on, you want to blend that too. You don't want to just slap it on your face. And you can see I'm going over everything, so it's kind of blending all the colors of my makeup already. And this is a nice kabuki brush that's very tightly packed. And so it gets a nice, good, and full coverage. Now you can see, I'm going to let my face color is a little bit red right now because whenever I put something on my face or touch my face, that place just turns red because my skin is just reactive like that. So I put that all the way, and so I look a little, you know, I don't look as washed out as I did. Alright, so our next step is to do some eyeliner. Now, in my other videos, I talk about this Aurora eyeliner. This Aurora eyeliner right here. And I actually ordered this because I got it in an Ipsy bag, and which is a makeup subscription sample trial size thing that you get every month. And I liked it so much that I ordered it. And the reason I liked it so much is it stays on. So I'm going to give you an example. So yesterday when I got this out of the packaging, I ordered the black this time, so we're going to have black eyeliner today. The first thing I did is I put just a little bit on my hand, and that was yesterday at about 4 p.m., give or take. And it has lasted this whole time. Now, I've taken showers, I've been cooking, so I've been washing my hands, blah, 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 right? Now, granted, it is not as dark as as when it first applied, but look, you can see it on my hand right there. There it is. It has stayed on through multiple hand washings. I mean, think about your hands, how often. Every time you go to the bathroom, you wash your hands. Every time you're cooking with something, you wash your hands. So I've been washing my hands, and that has stayed on. which I like. It stays on for a long time, but the nice thing is when I put micellar water on it, it'll take it right off. Boom. Easy peasy. All right, so since I have a kind of subtle eye makeup and a kind of a subtle cheek color, I'm going to go a little dramatic and use the black today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line underneath my eyelashes, and I'm going to go, today I'm just going to go from here until about the colored part of my iris. And it's going to open my eye and make it look good. So I'm going to pause the video for a moment because you don't need to see my face that close while I put on eyeliner, and it's really not exciting and hard to talk while I'm putting on eyeliner. So just one moment. Okay, so I decided I put the eyeliner on like a third of the way, and I decided I didn't like the way that looked, so I went ahead and lined the top and the bottom. So I'm going to come in so close so that you can see. So that's the black eyeliner. It will stay like that all day until I take it off with the micellar water, which is awesome. And the last thing I'm going to do, second to last thing, I always say the last thing, but it's not, is I'm going to put on my mascara. This is Colossal Waterproof Volume X from CoverGirl, I think. And, you know, don't do that. Go in and go around and around and around to load up your brush with your mascara, because if you pump, you're going to pump air in there and it will dry out faster and it becomes clumpy and not great. So you don't want to do that. I'm going to get a little bit of hair in there. That's okay. We'll just take care of it. And I'm going to put my mascara on the tops and on the bottoms. So the black eyeliner really makes my eye color like boing pop, which I like because I have kind of greenish gray eyes depending on what I wear. And today I have on a purple shirt, so they may look a little more green. I don't know. I'll have to look here in a minute when I get in close with the computer. And I'm just putting on the mascara on the bottoms. So I use that technique where you just kind of wiggle it back and forth just to get to the base and then come on down. Alright, I think we're looking pretty good. I think I want just a little bit more up top because my eyeshadow is so subtle today that I want to have a little bit of drama. Just a little bit of drama. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, and there is my eye makeup for today. And the last thing that I'm going to put on is my Burt's Bees. And I'm not putting any color on today. I'm just using the regular plain old Burt's Bees because I like the way it makes my lips feel. It's very moisturizing and it's smooth. And I don't have to be super careful putting it on because I'm not a fan of lipstick at all. But give me some good old Burt's Bees and I'm good to go. And it gives it a little bit of sheen too. So this is my makeup look for today. I'm just running around. I just look a little more polished, a little more put together. Not anything fancy schmancy. And the nice thing is I can take this off tonight with some micellar water and things will be good. It's all good. And so there we have it. This is my makeup for today. There's 3 areas of your life I always say that you should take care of: your spirit, your body, and your mind. So spirit, I took care of some praying that I needed to do today about some issues and some thanks and all that good stuff. My body, I went for a walk this morning, which was good, and I had a nice healthy, heart-healthy oatmeal for breakfast this morning, also good. And my mind, I'm still working on a piece that I'm trying to submit to a writing contest. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time choosing which one I'm going to send. So that's really my issue. And I have to clean them both up, you know, editing and make sure punctuation and grammar are correct. And the thing is, the writing contest is in England, so I want to make sure that, you know, I don't know. I don't know if maybe their writing is different. I don't think it is. If you read newspapers there, it's pretty similar to what we do, but there are some different colloquialisms. So we'll see how it goes. Who knows? They might like a Southern American middle-aged woman's writing. Who knows? Won't know until we try. All right, have a wonderful day, spirit, body, and mind, and be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others, and have a wonderful day.